It is Saturday, February 4th, 2023. I'm Chris Remo, and welcome back to the New York Times Crossword Daily Solve. It's a Saturday puzzle today, which means it may well be the most difficult crossword of the week. It's our second of two themeless puzzles for the week, but I did have a look, took a quick glance at the Daily Solve Discord chat server, and it seems as though perhaps this won't be quite as tricky as some Saturday puzzles. So we'll just have to find out. But this potentially somewhat gentle edition of the Daily Solve, for Saturday anyway, has been brought to us by Kathleen Quinn, Quotidiophile, Overfull Hitbox, and, as always, the invaluable Timothy Mark and the indomitable Shoalmaster. So thank you so much to the 5 of them, benefactors of the Daily Solve Patreon campaign, for their generous support in bringing us this series and sustaining this channel in general. I do very much appreciate that. And if you'd like to join their ranks as a benefactor and get the Daily Solve Let's Check the Crosses mug, you can of course find that at patreon.com/dailysolve or in a link in the description field underneath the video. And at that very same link, of course, you can become a patron at any level you choose and get access to all of the bonus videos that have gone up on the channel to date, as well as the new ones that go up each week. I realized I didn't have time yesterday to do the weekly mini puzzle speed solve, so I will get to that. Also, the other day, I recorded another acrostic puzzle, so that will go up soon. And, of course, it's a new month, so there's a new monthly bonus puzzle to solve as well, so that I will also solve in due course. Look forward to all of these things if you're a patron. Thank you to everybody who is one at any level. I do very much appreciate it. You can also subscribe to the YouTube channel. Please do that if you've not yet. And like the videos, tell a friend. And you can also join the Daily Solve Discord chat server, which I mentioned earlier, in another link in the description field. So, all of that said, let's get on to today's crossword. This was constructed by Kate Hawkins, who's constructed around a dozen, I believe, of these puzzles for the New York Times, and it was edited, as always, by Will Shorts. So let's start solving, shall we? As I said that, I almost just clicked the stop recording button on my recording software. That was a strange thing I almost did. All right. It's been a while since I've made that sort of mistake. I have in the past done things where I solved an entire puzzle and it wasn't recording or there was no audio or something. I think I've had a pretty good run. I probably shouldn't have said any of this because I'm sure I've just jinxed it. Anyway, let's start solving. Smart. Could be hurt, as in that smarts, that hurts, but there are probably a number of possibilities there, so I'm not going to put that in. You cannot teach a blank to walk straight, Aristophanes. I don't know, a mule or something. I'm not sure. I'm trying to think what would be the kind of thing you'd say there. Grocery brand with an accent in its name. I don't know if that means a grocery store or a brand you might find in a grocery store. Booty could be loot, as in pirate's booty, that sort of thing. Smart. I mean, this looks like smart Alec, but that's not the answer. This isn't a sort of fill in the blank clue. Blank May, Marvel Comics character. I don't know. Well, this is not a very useful corner. Let's keep going. Music genre. Is it emo rap? The thing that I definitely have encountered much more in the New York Times crossword than in... I can't imagine it's this. This is a random stab, but they love emo in the New York Times crossword. I don't think this is probably correct. Fed the kitty. Oh, yo-yoed. I bet I don't recognize that one, but walking the dog, for instance, is a yo-yo trick, and I wouldn't be surprised if feeding the kitty were as well. Does that do anything here? Music genre. Weight of the Liberty Bell, approximately. Something ton? Maybe it's not yo-yoed. Didn't go fast. Question mark. Ate? You didn't fast? You didn't refrain from eating? You ate? I think that might be what it is. Dazzle. Enchant, maybe? Color akin to steel. So a sort of grayish blue, perhaps? Steel, color akin to steel. Give a bad hand. I wonder if it's something like boo somebody, or it's something about dealing a hand in cards. I mean, that's the obvious meaning, but the question mark makes me think it's something else, which is why I thought of perhaps the heckling sort of thing. Or help someone poorly. Daily newspaper in Sacramento, California. I have the Sacramento Bee in my head for some reason. That's a newspaper. Give a bad hand. Oh, a bet. So give somebody a hand, but in a bad way, in a illegal way, I suppose, in this meaning. So you abet a crime. You help a criminal. Color. Oh, ash maybe akin to steel, perhaps. Booty. Oh. Oh, right, there are two of them. So maybe your seat, so your rear end, your derriere, your booty, your seat. Maybe that's what the answer is. Villain's foil. Villain's foil, a hero. So a foil in the sense of being your sort of opposite counterpart. Keep away, something clear. And Tupac's Ghetto Gospel. Oh, there's interesting. There's a lot of clue echoing in this puzzle because here we have dazzle, and here we have dazzling, and here we had booty, and that over here as well we had booty. So just a nice. It's always a bit of a nice touch in a themeless puzzle when the constructor adds in those little flourishes like that, just to give the crossword some more coherence. Anyway, dazzling, and music genre, and keep away. Yeah, I'm not sure about that. Brief pause. A stay? Sort of stay of execution, that sort of thing. That doesn't, not necessarily, it could be brief. I don't know, not crazy about it. Line at the door of a bar. I'm not sure about that either. Ambitious goal or innovation. This is not going very well. Spotted. Oops, sorry, I'm trying to navigate to here. I would never. So this could be 1 ton or 2 ton weight. You'd say 2 tons, I think. One of a set in an accordion. Key? Set of keys? Keep away. Oh, anteed. Right, this is this meaning of kitty that keeps coming up, actually. So you put money into the pot in a gambling context. So fed the kitty, you anteed in. Okay, there we go. Music genre. So what is this? Keep away. Steer clear. Right, of course. Sorry, it's one of the most obvious deployments of the idiom of being sort of clear of something. Dazzling. One of a set in an accordion. Why can't I see what this is? Oh, is it the letter C? Ah, 2 C's. There's one of them would be, there's a set of 2 C's in the word accordion, and one of, oh, no, that's not right. That would be one of a set. That would just be one letter C. Never mind, sorry. What is, I have no idea what this is. That's so frustrating. Okay, I would never know something. What was this again? Dazzling. I am just not doing very well, am I? Brief pause, ambitious goal or innovation, kind of rocket. Suffuse, imbue, you can suffuse, she suffused the evening with a dazzling charm. She imbued it. No, it's not that, because this looks like the baba ganoush, the dip, the eggplant or yeah. Okay, suffuse is... I don't know. Long ache. You long for something. You ache. You ache for it. You have a yen for it. Summer novel, typically a beach read, is the kind of thing that people sometimes refer to a sort of nice, easy read, beach read. Mario Kart contestant. So that's a video game with the characters from the Mario series racing one another. So one of the contestants would be a racer. Suffuse, and then kind of rocket. And fine film forum. Fine film forum. Not sure what that's getting at. Be that as it may. However, yeah, you could say be that as it may in order to sort of transition to a countering point, same way you would with however. Floors could be awes somebody, amazes them, dazzles them, as we've seen in the puzzle a couple of times. Reckoning. A reckoning could be a guess. You could say, well, to my reckoning, to my guess, this was the case. Parents command when something almost gets broken by roughhousing siblings. Go to something, get, not sure. Like umpires sometimes, hated maybe because they have to declare players out, that kind of thing, so they could be hated by the fans. Not sure that's correct, it's just a guess. Brief pause. I'm still not seeing that. Ambitious goal or innovation. And some jams. Puree? I don't know, it would, yeah. Jams being plural makes me think this should be plural as well. Dazzling. I am just not on top of this today. I really am not. Unconditional condition. Free something? Some jams. Funky, maybe? No, that wouldn't really work with that D down there. Vous, part of a French 101 conjugation. It could be vous avez, potentially. You have, or it could be vous êtes, you are, actually. Yeah, it could be either of those, plausibly, in terms of being a simple French verb conjugation. Gets too personal with zingers, say, hits a nerve? That would make this likely vous êtes. You are. Greek theater, an Odeon, maybe? So screen in a way. An ambitious goal or innovation. And parents. Oh, get. Go. I'm not seeing it. Inebriate, to besought, maybe? If you're a sot, you're sort of drunk, so maybe to inebriate is to besought. Screen in a way. Test. You do testing, you do screening, right? You could do drug testing, for instance, drug screening. That's plausible. Oh, a moonshot. Maybe this isn't enchant, dazzle. I've had that in there so long, it's been throwing me off, I suppose. Maybe none of these is correct. So moonshot. Oh, wait, sorry. What did I have here a moment ago? Was it not enchant? Why did I think that was wrong just now? That was strange. Okay. Don't know what just happened there. Like umpires sometimes. Line at the door of a bar. Sorry about the snail's pace of this solve. I'm just not. Oh, Susan Wojcicki. I'm actually not sure how to pronounce her name, but CEO of YouTube beginning in 2014. So, I mean, I've seen her name in the news occasionally, so I recognize it, but I am not quite certain how to pronounce it. Okay, resist is to balk, to, I'm not sure. Scout's task, recon, reconnaissance. Oh, to buck, as in to buck a trend, to resist a trend. There we go. That is it. Private or public division. A sector, maybe? The private sector and the public sector, you could have those. Mood booster. And flush. To re-something. Title Mrs. played by Rachel Brosnahan. I don't know, but I'm wondering if it's Mrs. Maisel. Is it Marvelous? Is that the name? I think The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel. That sounds right. I've not seen it, but this is my guess. Let's check the crosses. Many Chicago Booth grads. Is that a business school, maybe? I'm wondering because it could be MBAs for Masters of Business Administration. And chocolate brand with the slogan "Irresistible." That's slightly distressing. I don't know. I'm not familiar with that slogan. Black as night, inky could possibly be the answer there. Soy sauce could be the answer there. So, irresistible. That is just a weird thing. I do not enjoy saying that. Sanctuary for many couples. The Ark, right? Noah's Ark with coupled animals. Given to giving. If you're given to giving, you're benevolent. There we go. Blank Goodman, longtime judge on Dancing with the Stars. Len Goodman, maybe, or Lev. I've never seen Dancing with the Stars, so I'm just guessing based on the fact that it's a name and really nothing else. Execute. Could be execute as in carry something out, or it could be execute as in murder, I suppose, or kill. Be that as it may. Even so. So this does look like Len or Lev. Len probably more likely. Execute, render, as in render services. You execute services on someone's behalf. Hang in the balance. If something's pending, it's hanging in the balance. There we go. Flush. No, sorry, I'm looking at the wrong clue. Mood booster. A pick-me-up. So flush is rinse. Okay, there we go. That looks good. Bottled up, pent up, anger, for instance. Organization featured in Dr. Strangelove. I've seen this film several times. Is it the U.S. Air Force? It must be the U.S. Air Force. I was thinking, is it the Marine Corps? But that's not what that, it doesn't feel like that at all. It's the U.S. Air Force, I believe. Because I was thinking it could be the U.S. Navy, who also fly planes, but it wasn't a Navy base. It was an Air Force base. Okay, Pavlov with the Nobel Prize. Ivan Pavlov, Pavlov's bell and all that sort of behavioral science. Line at the door of a bar. Let's something in. Let's. Oh, it's let's see some ID. Sorry. I was completely wrong about this the entire time. It's a line spoken by a bouncer, for instance. Let's see some ID. Why are there so many E's? There's something else wrong now. Are these correct? Where is it in? Language in which I'm going to butcher this pronunciation. I'm sorry. Language in which dia duit is hello, it's ers, which is a Celtic language, and then displaying remarkable skill is deft. So you're skilled, you're deft. Okay, so. Oh, sorry, I just didn't have the S. Apologies for that. I had let's E some ID. Should be let's see some ID with two S's, one for the let's and one for the C. Okay, there we go. Finally, parents command when something almost gets broken by roughhousing siblings. This doesn't look great, does it? I don't know. I can't tell if this is something that's fine as is and I'm just missing it, or if I have something wrong over here. We'll keep solving to see what happens. Brief pause, like umpires sometimes. Make me feel singer, Janelle Monáe. There we go. One of the things I have mentioned this a few times before, but it is true, and this occurred to me because for the first time in a very, very long time, I don't know why, I just opened up the New York Times app on my phone and solved an old puzzle from, I don't know, 12 years ago or something. It was the most recent puzzle I'd not solved from the New York Times, if you can believe that. And the experience of solving it on my own was so different. It was fascinating. It was, I don't know, I think a Wednesday puzzle. And I just sort of went right through it. I was kind of jumping all over and just putting in the reason I pointed out is because look how much of this puzzle I've solved, and I've never even seen this clue before. If I were solving this on my own, I would have just immediately skipped all the things I couldn't put in instantly and filled in all the things I could put in instantly, and then the other ones become easier. But it's just not how I solve when I'm doing it on video. And it was such an interesting reminder solving that on my own how different the style is when I'm doing it alone. And I also didn't even, it occurs to me just now, I didn't even notice the theme. Another thing that's completely different, and that was so much more common before I started doing these videos. I would often solve days, not pay any attention to the theme. I wasn't even aware which days always had a theme. I didn't know it was Sunday through Thursday always have a theme, and Friday and Saturday don't. I didn't know that. Never even noticed. I would often solve puzzles just quickly enough that I didn't pay any attention to what was going on, and that was the case yesterday. It was very strange. Okay, anyway, unconditional condition, free love, I see. Okay. And fine film forum. What is this? I mean, it almost looks like, if the beginning of this were different, it could be sort of Faroese, as in the Faroe Islands, but that's not what it is. What is I have no idea what's going on here. Make a long story short. Oh, go outside. I see, because the children are being rowdy, so they should get away from the fragile things and go outside where they can express their sort of energy in a safe place, like umpires sometimes. And some jams. Maybe it is funky. Maybe this isn't beach read? Like umpires sometimes. What on earth is that? Brief pause. Funky jams. What on earth? Maybe it's not. I don't really know what's going on here. Dazzling is... This is just not my puzzle. And music genre. Why is there an N here? I would never. One of a set in an accordion. Sorry, why is there an S here? That's completely wrong as well. One of a set. It's expressly not blurred, singular. Is it a reed? Because accordions blow air through a reed, presumably. Dazzling. Gorgeous? A dazzling person of sort of dazzling beauty? Gorgeous? Garage music? Is that a genre? Sort of garage band. Has sort of an implication. I don't know that it's necessary. I mean, I guess sort of you could say, I don't know, Pavement, would they be sort of a garage band? Garage genre? I don't know. I don't really think of it as a genre per se, but I think I understand the clue. I would never. I would never know the answer to this clue. Spotted. Unit at a bar. Brief pause. A beat. Oh, right. So it's sort of in, screenplay language. A beat is kind of a brief pause. And, oh, booed, like umpires sometimes are booed. So some jams are tunes, maybe? True love is an unconditional condition. I see. Okay. In a different sort of way than free love, I suppose. I think free love kind of works, but true love is the answer here. Fine film. Oh, art house. Fine film. Sort of a weird way to describe that. I guess it means in the sense of fine art. Fine film forum. Art house. It's a little bit odd, but we'll go with it. Actually, never mind. Forget that, maybe? That's plausible. Oh, although this doesn't look very good. Maybe not. But the that part is probably right. Suffuse. Oh, to bathe. It's, the room was bathed in golden light. It was suffused in golden light. Salt or smoke? Salt or smoke? I don't know. Those are both kind of flavors. Meat, for instance, could be salty or smoky, for instance. I would never. Okay, I really need to finish off this puzzle. Actually, never mind. It's so funny. It's just, it's really interesting how much, presumably, how much trickier this was for me than some of the other people whose opinions I saw today. And it's just how it goes. You cannot teach a blank to walk straight. Smart. So smart in the UK, for instance, is used almost exclusively, not almost exclusively, it's used much, I would say, more to refer to someone being sharply dressed, for instance, that meaning of smart rather than intelligent, in the same way that mad is used more to mean insane than to mean angry. Cut to the chase is make a long story short. Sorry, I was just trying to think of. So chic. There we go. That's it. It is that meaning of smart. You cannot teach a crab, because a crab walks. It walks sideways. And booty is your haul, so maybe it is pirate's booty. The size of your, you got that big haul of gold and whatever treasure, the booty. Oh, grocery brand with an accent in its name, Ragu. They make jarred tomato sauces. I guess there's probably an accent on the U, I bet. And, Aunt May, is that Spider-Man's aunt? There we go. Okay. I was thinking it was going to be someone's name, but okay, actually, never mind. Ignore that. Spotted is blotched. So spots in the sense of sort of blotches of ink or something, or skin pigmentation. Unit at a bar. Not sure about that one. Still kind of a retro rocket. So, right, rockets that fire sort of against the direction of travel in order to slow descent of a rocket, for instance. I would never go shoe? Is that a phrase? Is that something? Do I have something else wrong here? Go shoe. Is this wrong? Spotted, plotted, blot. Sorry, I was right at the end, and I thought this was all going to come in normally. Go shoe. Is that a phrase? Unit at a bar. What am I not seeing here? Salt or smoke? A cure. Oh, cure as in cured meat. Okay, so something is wrong here. Oh, a round of drinks, a unit at a bar. Oh, gosh, no. Oh, boy. This was not my day. I was just not on the wavelength with this puzzle. I don't know that it's, I don't particularly think it's anything about the puzzle. It was just, I was just not in tune with some of these answers. Gosh, no, I would never. It was right in front of my face, and I still could absolutely not see it. I mean, that's when you're just not clicking with the puzzle for some reason. Again, it's not a judgment on the puzzle itself. That just happened to me repeatedly, didn't it? As well, go outside, and those are both sort of exclamations, I suppose. They're sort of things you'd say as opposed to individual pieces of vocabulary. What else? So there's just sort of things like that all over the grid for me. So yeah, just a bit of a tough one. And then even just I just had things where I was going back and forth and on answers and no real explanation for it. Tough puzzle. I found it a tough puzzle. I know that many people didn't. I think I've seen at least 3 people say they thought this was easier for a Saturday. So I don't know what that says about me, but there we go. Oh, it's nice that Monet crosses tunes though. That's a nice little detail. Anyway, wow. Yep, I struggled with that. What can I say? Tough Saturday for me, not for others necessarily. Let me know how you fared. I'll be curious to see what the spread's like on this one. So let me know in a comment or in the Daily Solve Discord. All right, well, that was that for the Saturday New York Times crossword. Be back tomorrow for the Sunday. Should be easier than this one, but a bigger grid. So join me for that long leisurely solve. But until then, please do have an excellent remainder of your Saturday. Take care.